What's up, guys? Welcome back to It's Monday.
But it's all right.
It's all right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Um,
sir.
My week went by pretty quick. Work went by pretty quick, which is good. Obviously, didn't want to go to work. Don't like work, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's the way of the world, my friend. It's the way of the world.
Yes, sir.
So we got a couple topics. If you're wondering why we both all have Raider gear on, we're actually mid-recording this during halftime of the Raiders game. So we're losing right now to the Bears. Come on, Raiders, do better. We'll do better. Don't worry about it. We got faith in our boys. We got faith in our boys. All right. Well, I said we jump right into it. Do you want to start with our first topic? Or do you want me to go right into it?
You can start.
Okay. Let me look at my notes real quick. Okay. I wanted to talk about something. This one I want to talk about something about last week, but I decided not to because we were just doing a little intro video. I want to talk about dogs. Okay. I freaking love dogs. Okay. First of all, let's just get that straight out of the way. Especially Dobermans. That's what we got. We got a Doberman. Whoo. Okay. I love dogs. Okay. But specifically, what I wanted to talk about dogs is their unconditional love. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I was thinking to myself, what in the world, what creature other than your wife or your children, when you have those, neither of us have one of those yet, loves you that much. You know what I mean? Even your wife or your children will get mad or upset. Dogs are always there for you no matter what. You know what I mean? And sometimes dogs are a little bit sassy. You know what I mean? Yeah. They want their way. But every so often, I think about our dog King. You know, I'm just like, I love that dog so much because every time he sees us, he's just so excited and he wants to play every single time.
Yeah, and that reminds me of. It's not a funny story, but it is kind of. I remember when he was a puppy. Do you remember how crazy that fool was?
Dude,
he's a puppy. He's still crazy now.
Crazy.
But you guys think of puppies, you're like, oh, cute. You know, they poop in the house, they pee in the house, blah blah blah. This dude was nuts. Non-stop energy all the time, and he would just bite you just playfully. He would tear stuff up. If he was ever in the kennel during the nighttime, he would just non-stop just yap. He would never go to bed. This dude was nuts. And there was one day where I don't even remember what he was doing, but I was just so pissed off. And I didn't throw him in the kennel. I didn't abuse him, but I definitely just grabbed him and just chucked him in the kennel and left him there for the rest of the night. I couldn't deal with it anymore, right? And then the next morning I let him out because I was home alone for some reason. I was the one taking care of him. I think that's why I was really pissed off because I was the only one at the time.
So you had to take him out every 2 hours.
Dealing with it.
So annoying.
And him just being nuts. And the next morning, he was still tired. He was still waking up. And I remember every morning I would always just take him out of the kennel and we would just watch a movie and he would just go back to sleep on my lap immediately, right? And I just felt so bad because I was so mean to him the night before.
Yeah.
But that next morning, he was just
the most precious little thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just how dogs are. And it's just really just how they're raised.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like we as people can learn a lot from dogs. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like a lot of us will hold on to anger or we'll hold on to our feelings or something like that. But ultimately, literally every new day is a start. You know what I mean? Because even you think about this, right? You step on your dog's toe, you feel terrible. You know what I mean? But then you show them that love. You know what I mean? Because you're I didn't mean to hurt you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of times in life, you don't mean to hurt somebody. You know what I mean? And sometimes when people hurt you, they don't mean to hurt you. And even if they do, sleep it off, wake up, just think of that precious little baby, that little dog, and just be like, what am I worrying about? There's so many things in this world to worry about that really aren't that bad.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things.
Oh, for sure. And it's like the saying, and it was a movie, all dogs go to heaven, except for chihuahuas.
Yeah, screw chihuahuas.
Small dogs in general, man, they have a harder time. I think they have a harder time being understood. Rightfully so.
Rightfully so, yeah.
Because they're jerks.
Yeah, they're a bunch of inbred tiny little midgets.
Yeah. And it's there's I'm trying to think. There's maybe in the 1,000 small dogs I've interacted with in my life. I can think of maybe 2 or 3 that were really genuinely cool and nice.
Okay. Speaking of small dogs, okay, there was one small dog breed that, like, I'm a big dog breed. You know what I mean? You give me Dobermans, you give me Rottweilers, Pit bulls, you know, anything like that, right? Okay. You know what small dog I love? Corgis. Okay. Now I thought corgis were the stupidest thing ever. Okay.
Those are like medium.
Yeah. Okay. But the squatty feet, right?
Yeah.
And then I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which just happens to be my favorite TV show, and Captain Raymond Holt has one of those dogs, and it was like, it's a funny character, you know what I mean? And then I met a corgi, like, for the first time in my real life when I was living up in Montana on my mission, and dude, first of all, they shaved the corgi, which I'm like, you're thinking like, what the frick, why would you shave a corgi? Okay, bro, the softest dog ever, okay? The most caring dog ever, dude. It was just so, you picked it up and it was just like freeze, you know what I mean? Because it didn't know what to do. Because it's used to being so low to the ground. It was just the most precious thing ever. So if I ever got any dog that's not a Doberman, I would probably get a corgi and I would shave it. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, you need to experience your life in your life a corgi. I'm telling you, those things are the best.
Yeah, I remember on my mission for my church, I served in Jacksonville, Florida, and I had a mission companion that was serving with me. His name was Elder Griffin. Shout out Elder Griffin. I doubt he's going to see this. But we went to this one really old lady's house, and there was just a dog outside. And it was like a wiener dog and like a bulldog mixed. It was so weird. It was like a bigger, small dog with just tiny legs. Like this size legs. It was this wiener dog, but it looked like a bulldog. It was crazy. But weird. The sweetest thing ever, bro. So I'm not all small dogs suck. Yeah. You know, it was just rolling around. It just wanted us to pet him. You know, it was the most adorable thing ever. But it's not all small dogs, but
not all small dogs need to get punted, but most of them do.
Yeah. Exactly. Some of them will be chilling in hell, you know.
Oh, chilling, for sure.
And they'll be happy there because that's who they are.
Exactly. You know? They'll be thriving. Yeah, heaven would be a punishment for them. Yeah. Is what was happening. But
anyway.
Yeah, man, moral of the story is dogs are dope. You know what I mean? Make sure you do your research on what kind of dog you're getting, though, because you don't want a little a-hole dog. You want a dope dog. So. Yeah. All right, so I want to do a subject because this really interests me. I don't know, because it's gaming, right? I'll say that, because I know obviously you're into gaming as well. Everybody our age is into gaming.
Different type of games. We play different type of games. But anyway, the question is, what game has the best pro scene? Like tournaments, merch, gear, game in general. Like, what game has the best pro scene?
This is a question for me, or is this just like a general question?
This is just a topic, and I'll start. I'll give you time to think, because I know you don't really watch pros. Yeah. Professional games.
I watch fighting games sometimes, every so often.
Yeah, that's true. And those are hype. Actually, we'll start on that. Okay. Like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, games that are one-on-one. Those are hype because that's like who is better. Yeah. You know, you don't have a team defending you. You don't have a team watching your back. It's one-on-one. And I can respect those players because I'll say right now, I suck at 1v1s. Even in games I'm good at. Yeah. Like Overwatch, I'm insane at that game. But when it comes to like a one-on-one, you know, I'm not very good at it. I'm good at like, you know, what do I need to benefit my team? What do I need to do to help my team? But anyway, so I can respect fighting games.
No, honestly, I think professional fighting game is unlike anything else because like every game that comes out, whether it be Overwatch, Dota, League of Legends, anything like that, even Fortnite, Call of Duty, most of that stuff, you're like teams. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, it's less of like a stress of like, okay, I have to win, it's up to me. And it's more of like, okay, let's work on our teamwork. You know, like in basketball, unless you're LeBron, you have to have good teamwork to win a game. You know what I mean? So like say you're like having a bad game, you pass it off. You know what I mean? You can dribble a little bit, get somebody open, pass it off. You're chilling. You know what I mean? But in something like fighting games, you have to like understand the frame data, so like pretty much where the characters are and stuff like that. Yeah. And so like I really love fighting game tournaments and stuff like that, but also because I like fighting games. You know what I mean? But like I feel like every avenue of gaming has something different to offer. I think sooner or later we need to create an actual league for everything. You know what I mean? Because you have Fortnites that are having like $1 million playing pools. You know what I mean? And like Street Fighter, I think just had like 250,000 playing pool, which both of those monies are just obscene amounts of money. You know what I mean? But it's also like people who like professional gaming, they kind of segregate themselves from other games. You know, they pick one game, they're like, hey, this is the game that I'm repping. Yeah. But a game's lifespan mostly is like 4 years until it really falls off. Like 4 years of
that's
peak.
Generous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like for a fighting game, you got 2 years. You got 2 years till the latest, the greatest comes out. You know what I mean? Something like Fortnite itself, which is like the most massive thing ever, it's falling off itself. Literally, the company who runs Fortnite, Epic, they hired so many people during the Fortnite era because they needed more manpower, right? They laid off, I think, like 16% of their workforce just the other weekend. And so, like, because Fortnite's not making all that money that it used to. So it's like, these companies are putting too much money and too much promises into the professionals that they're not being able to follow up on because they're not getting the love from the whole community. They're getting love from a singular community. Yeah. Like you love Overwatch. The Overwatch League had so many promises. Even for Overwatch 2, the video game itself had so many promises. Barely anything was delivered. And that's the biggest issue, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Overwatch is my favorite game of all time. Overwatch is the game that really got me into gaming itself, you know, and especially competitive gaming. I love competitive gaming. I love tournaments. I love stuff like that. I've done it for Call of Duty. I've done it for Overwatch. But yeah, and Overwatch 2, you know, Overwatch League just ended like a couple weeks ago, a month ago. It's over. But that is interesting that you say, like, you know, if gaming companies did a better job of like combining everything to where Overwatch players also like Street Fighter, or Street Fighter also likes Overwatch, where it's like, you know, just like in the NFL and NBA, you know, if you watch the NBA, you most likely watch NFL. Same type of deal. So that is interesting. But
what idea, now this is just a general idea I literally just came up with, but something that might work. You think of a sport like the NFL, right? You have a quarterback. Quarterback does a lot different of a job than a lineman. A lot different of a job than a coach, than an athletic trainer. You know what I mean? Yeah. Than an owner. Like, everybody has their specific roles. I propose that we should throw together a league that isn't one game, okay? Multiple games with different avenues, right? So you can have Overwatch, right? You can have Street Fighter. You can have World of Warcraft or Dota or whatever, you know what I mean? And have that be one tournament. And so you have to build a crew of people that are good at all three of these things, right? So say Overwatch it's a 5-player team, right? Yeah. Street Fighter, it's just like a 1v1, you know what I mean? So like, say you have somebody who's really good at Street Fighter and okay at like an Overwatch, right? But he's like he's part of the team, so he has to play on the Overwatch team. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you have a couple people that are good at like Dota or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like you get people who are good at certain games and great at certain games, and you combine a bunch of different games together to like get you that different tournament. So it's like everybody has their specific roles, and it's not just like, oh, I'm going to play the big character. Oh, I'm going to play the faster character. You know what I mean? Just throwing something. That's just an idea, though. I'm just throwing together.
That actually is kind of sick. Just have a team that's not just one game. They play like 3 different games. Exactly. And then have specific tournaments for that. Yeah. Like this tournament, okay, we're going to be playing Call of Duty, Overwatch, and Street Fighter. And you're going to be going up against teams where you play these teams in every single one of these games. Yeah. That's actually a really good idea.
And you think about it, you can combine the prize pools, right? Fortnite, the prize pool was $1 million. Like Dota, $1 million. Street Fighter, $250. You know what I mean? Yeah. You throw that out. You're telling me if a team wins, they make almost $3 million just because, and literally all you have to do is make sure that you're good at all of the games. You know what I mean? It takes more skill because you can't just be good at a game and practice it. You have to be a gamer. You have to be an athlete. You have to be an athlete. An athlete can't be good at one thing. A gamer can be good at one thing. If they want to make gaming a legitimate sport, they need to make it so you need athletes. An athlete does more than one thing.
That's true.
More than one game.
That's very true. That's a good idea. That's actually a good idea. But back to the question at hand. We kind of went off topic.
That's my bad.
Not off topic.
That's my bad.
No, I mean, it was good. It was a good route to take. But anyway, I'm kind of biased, but like even being unbiased, I'm saying Overwatch. The Overwatch League Overwatch League lasted for years since the game came out. It just died. Game's been out since 2016. You know, and like just Overwatch itself. In every game, you have 50 plus abilities that every player has to keep track of. They have different characters with different roles, the decision making, the plays, the team effort. Like it's crazy. Like Overwatch or not, the team fights are ridiculous. They're super fast paced. Your decision making has to be on par. Your teamwork has to be on par. And watching pro players do that is actually insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like if even if you don't like Overwatch, go watch the pro Overwatch League from like 2018. It was like San Francisco Shock versus I think it was the Vancouver Titans. Both insane teams. And the decision making that went through in that game itself was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So, biased and unbiased, I'm saying Overwatch overall had the best pro scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me though. Obviously, I see League of Legends, I see CS:GO, I see Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen all of them. They're entertaining, but Overwatch is on another level of decision making and teamwork.
Yeah. Well, I feel like also a big thing with Overwatch is it was the Overwatch League, right? So it was run by Blizzard Activision, the people who made the game. So they were not only trying to make the game, keep up with it, add new characters, but also run this sports team. So that's a lot for a team to do. You know what I mean? Like the NFL, they're not playing NFL. They're playing football, a sport. So if you think about it that way, Overwatch, a sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think there just needs to be an organization that throws together the sport, that oversees the sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That way, there's one division that's literally their only job is to make this the best thing possible. Now that we're talking about video games, though, I actually do have something that I've noticed recently, within life. Okay, it's you understand what NPC is, right? Non-playable character.
Yeah.
Okay, you're playing Skyrim, you're playing Spider-Man, you're playing anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna pass by these people who do the exact same thing every single day, and it seems like their whole life, their whole existence is just to help you out, make life easier, right? Mm-hmm. Now, pretty much what I'm doing in my life right now is I'm selling things, right? That's like what my job is, right? And so I'm always standing there in the same spot every single day, and I'm trying to get people's attention to sell them things, right? And your job, you sit down at a phone booth and you help people, right?
Yeah.
We're NPCs, bro. And the second I thought about this, the second I was thinking to myself, most jobs, your job is literally just to make the people who you're assisting, the playable character, the main character of their own story, their life easier. You know what I mean? So I was really struggling when I was working, because I'm I don't want to be an NPC. I want to be the main character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In not a selfish way, but I want to do what makes me happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you got to think about it, right? If the world doesn't have NPCs, if the world doesn't have blue collar workers, it's blue collar right now. White, because white collar is the rich people. Blue collar is the hard working coal miners and okay. If the world didn't have blue collar workers, if the world didn't have NPCs, the world wouldn't work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
we have to go through this, but it's also it sucks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Being an NPC, because I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? This is just something that's just kind of been on my mind.
Yeah, no, I definitely see what you're saying, and I agree. But some people, they're fine, working at a coal mine, and these are amazing jobs, by the way. Coal mine, the railroad.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they might suck for the individual,
Mm-hmm.
but they're completely fine, because they're
You're able to support your family.
You're supporting
off
your
of it.
family. You're supporting yourself. You're making good money, But for me and you, for example,
Mm-hmm.
we want to be gaming influencers.
Yeah.
We want to be, podcasters. We want to be, business owners.
Mm-hmm. We want to take the world and do it our way. We want to my YouTube channel name is Crash the Path, and we want to forge our own path. Is pretty much what we want to do.
Yeah, I just want to be an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have money all over the place. I want to have money in my YouTube channels, in my stream. I want to have money in the stock market. I want to own a business, and obviously that takes time. But for like me and you, we are not content with a blue collar job. We're not content with the jobs we're working right now, and I feel like that's for a good amount of people in America. Especially nowadays. It's like the Andrew Tate, Andrew Goggins thing. It's like if you're not a millionaire by your 20, by your 20s, you're failing, which is, and I'm not saying that's what they preach. It's just kind of the meme that came along with it. And it's like, people really feel that way. They feel like they're failures even though they're not super successful at this age. But that's just not. It's a process, and if you have a goal, chase it. But if you don't want to be an NPC, like, chase your goal on how you're gonna get out of that. But totally, like, we are respectively NPCs.
Exactly.
In a sense. So.
But it's also like, people, if you're watching this video, if you get anything out of this podcast today, this Monday morning that you're watching, this afternoon, while you're eating food, while you're driving to work, whatever, okay? Understand, you might be an NPC right now, but take that to heart. Be like, do I want this for the rest of my life, to be the person who helps other people out, or do I want to be the person who's leading the way? Just take that to heart. Think about it to yourself, truly, deep down. Think about it. Pray about it. Ask, do I want to be stuck in the situation that I'm in the town that I'm in forever? If not, do something about it. Stay where. Don't quit. I'm not saying quit. I'm just saying change your mindset, because that's ultimately what it is. You know what I mean? If you're in that NPC mindset, I'm going to go into work, I'm going to do my job, I'm going to come home, I'm going to just do whatever, rinse and repeat, you know what I mean? Change your mindset. Be like, okay, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to give my best effort, because no matter what, even if I hate my job, it will still further me in some aspect of my life, whether that be my personality, whether that be my effectiveness at doing jobs or anything like that. And then when you get home, when you have time on your lunch breaks or whatever your passion is, do that. If you like to draw. If you like to create videos and do podcasts, do that. If you like to game and you want to do it professionally, do that. And don't do the bare minimum. Crash the path. Follow no one. Make your own path and just do it. It's hard, but think about where you are. Think about that NPC life and really figure out your path.
And you gotta remember, like, we're all human. We're all like it doesn't matter if you were born into a poor family. It doesn't matter if you were born into a middle class family. It doesn't matter if you were born into a millionaire family. Obviously, like if you were born into like a millionaire family and you have everything set up with like career wise, that doesn't mean they're gonna be successful. They could still be depressed. They could still make a mistake in the future and ruin their life. Obviously, hopefully they don't. But it doesn't matter. Like, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We're all on our own path. So, like, just because you were born poor and you have everything set against you, that doesn't mean you can't be successful. That doesn't mean you can't be a millionaire in 10 years. If you're not a millionaire in 2 years and you had your goal 5 years ago, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, keep working. You never know. Like, I don't know. Obviously, I'm speaking it for me as well, because it's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to be disciplined. It's
probably the most difficult thing in life.
Yeah, but you just gotta remember, like, billions of people are going through the same thing that we're going through.
Yeah,
you just gotta keep going.
Exactly. Sorry to get so preachy for you guys. We promise this isn't just a preachy podcast. We're trying to have fun. We're trying to be preachy, but it's Monday, but it's gonna be all right.
Exactly. Life might suck. It's Monday. No one likes Mondays, but it's alright. Alright. Final topic. It's nothing serious anymore. We're done preaching.
Our bad.
But what is also through this podcast, with all these questions, with all these topics we talk about, let us know what you think in the comments. If you have an answer to a question that we're answering, put it in the comments. If you have an opinion, put it in the comments, and we might put it in the next video. We might take that comment on it, put it on TikTok. You never know.
Yeah.
Anyway, final topic: hidden superpowers that we have. I'll start.
Okay.
Okay, it's a stupid superpower, but I have it.
Uh-huh.
My peripheral vision is insane.
Yes, sir, bro. That's an ashtray right there. I love peripheral vision. It's my
Like-
favorite.
Like, I see everything. I'll be walking. You know, there might be someone right here. I'm aware of them. I see them. I know if they pull a knife on me, I'm ready. Straight up. When I'm driving, I don't miss a thing. Literally, it was nuts. I was driving on my way to work the other day, and I turned left, right? And there's an entrance from the other side of the freeway, right? And some of them immediately go into your blind spot, right? Bunch of people were coming in, right? And I'm just driving, right? Because I need to get in that lane. I need to get over, right? And I see, in my peripheral vision, I don't see a car. They're in my freaking blind spot. You know what I do see? Light. It's dark. It's dark. But I see light. So I'm like, oh, there's probably someone right next to me. Because I see their freaking light. And guess what? So I just slow down because I need to get over. And I know there's someone in my blind spot. You know who passes me? A freaking person.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I see everything when I'm driving. I see everything. My peripheral vision is on par with Superman's.
Okay.
Straight up. I might not have laser vision or super strength, but I got peripheral vision. I don't
Okay.
even know if I'm saying the word right.
Peripheral
Vision. Anyway, so that's my superpower.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Kay. When you first brought it up, I'm like, oh, this is a good talk. I don't know what you're talking. You started talking, I instantly knew exactly what two of my superpowers were. Okay. So the first one, I lost. I don't have it anymore. But when I was a child, my left, I had the best night vision. I had straight Black Ops. We're going dark. Like night vision, I swear to you, It could be pitch black in a room, right?
Yeah.
And my eye, I could almost like flip a switch. I wouldn't be able to see. I'd wake up, I'd blink. All of a sudden, my left eye is yellow. Like everything, I see the whole world as yellow. It was the weirdest thing ever. I don't know. It was probably cancer or something, but it almost made everything like bright. It was the weirdest thing ever. So like I had I could see everything in the dark. I could be in the middle of the woods and see like everything. It was the weirdest thing ever. I don't have that anymore, so it's whatever.
Interesting.
But what I do have, and what I've always had, is my ears. And you might be thinking, yeah, all of us can hear. It's not what I'm talking about. You're talking about your peripherals with your vision, right?
Yeah.
I'm straight up Helen Keller when it comes to my peripherals with my ears. Because this is gonna sound really weird, right? My left ear and my right ear do different things. Like I have sonar for different things. So for my left ear, it's when there's evil spirits around. But we're not gonna go into that subject right now. But my right ear, and what it does is I can't wiggle my ears, but they'll wiggle. Like they'll start to move.
You have spider sense?
I swear to you, I have spider sense. I got Helen Keller spider senses. I swear to you.
They wiggle to let you
Yes,
go.
I swear to you, they wiggle, and I'm like, what is happening? My whole life I've had this. So like there'll be a lot of times where you're focused on something, right? And then all of a sudden, like I'll have spider sense when something's about to happen where I need to like dodge. You know what I mean? Or like something's about to happen. My right ear, the top of my right ear, right here, it'll start going like this. I swear to you, it'll start wiggling. I turn around, I dodge it. If it's like water coming at like a sprinkler that just turned on, you know what I mean? Or like a car that's coming on the highway, like, oh, don't go over yet. I swear to you, Literally, the last time this happened, I was at work, right? I was just standing being an NPC, right? And then like I was just standing there, and like I was talking to some dude, so and I was like invested into this conversation, right? Because I was trying to sell him, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there was just this old person that was falling right behind me, but I couldn't hear anything, right? And then like all of a sudden my ear it started Helen Keller and spider sense and wiggling. You know what I mean? I turn around and I'm like, oh my gosh, boom, caught him just like that, stood him back up. I swear that's my superpower. I got Helen Keller spider sense.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Helen Keller spider sense.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I mean, if this podcast blows up, we'll put that on a shirt.
Just Helen Keller spider sense.
Yeah. Or put it on a hat or
Yes,
something.
sir.
But
yeah, it's true though, because like everybody has like their own individual like superpowers.
Yeah.
Which I think is so very interesting because like we're all the same, but we're all so different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And some people's superpower is stank breath. I met many of those people. You know what I mean? That's a bad superpower.
Yeah, that was
It's just like you got like Wolverine, right? Super cool, claws coming out, indestructible, and then you got like Toad. He literally is like has a long tongue. That's his only superpower. He's got bad skin. You know what I mean?
Do you remember that podcast or not podcast? You know Chris D'Elia?
Yeah, okay.
And he was talking about superpowers.
Yep.
And he was talking about the same topic, and he's like unfortunate superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about a guy that has a superpower of like he knows when someone doesn't want to look at his penis. And he's like he's like there's like some serious like someone just died, right? And he's like, I don't know. All I know is you definitely do not want to look at my penis right now. Dude, the way he said it was just so much more funny.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
that's so funny.
That's what made me.
That's so funny. What do you think would be the worst superpower ever?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
That's a difficult question for sure.
I mean, are we talking about like legit superpowers or just like anything?
Legit superpowers?
Oh, okay then.
Legit superpowers.
I'd say the worst one would probably be laser eyes.
Laser eyes. It would burn. It would hurt.
Well, I don't think it would hurt, but I'm just like, when would you need that?
Yeah.
Like,
it's true. When the frick would you need that? To warm up some popcorn, you're gonna burn it.
Yeah, maybe like if World War III were to happen.
Oh, you'd be front lines.
Yeah.
You'd be front lines. Yeah.
Just mowing everything down, you know? Then you'd be...
Your nickname would be the lawnmower, is what your nickname would be.
Yeah, you'd be trimming everyone's hair, bro. But yeah, other than that, like if you're just a normal person with laser eyes, like...
Yeah.
Like what? You can't heat your food up with it. Like you're just gonna burn it.
True.
If you use it, you're just gonna like. There's nothing.
Yeah.
You'd have to go to the military.
You'd have to. Yeah.
Like
they would literally just strap you to the bottom of those silent planes.
Yeah.
And then you just.
Yeah. No, or they would just put him in like a juggernaut suit with only his eyes covered.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
And just roll him like a bowling ball to everybody. That'd be crazy.
That'd be hilarious. That's true.
I think that'd be the worst.
Yeah, I think you know what's actually like a superpower that sounds cool but would actually kind of suck. Okay, the Wolverine's claws. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because you have to think about it, right? He has super healing, right?
Yeah.
So when he retracts his claws, his knuckles will just heal back, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is like in the movies you see it. You can see it like. His hand bones like separate, and like his claws like come up, right? Also, it's right here, so you have no wrist movement at all unless you have them fully extended. Yeah, you know what I mean. And so you just have blood just dripping everywhere. The worst pain ever. Literally, your bones, because his bone it was bones. It wasn't metal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Your bones are literally trying to
I thought he was
you.
made out of. I thought he was made out of titanium.
No, he did. They put him into surgery and they made his bones into titanium.
Oh,
whatever.
but before that,
Yeah.
when his thing was wood.
Yeah, no, it was bone. Is what it was.
It was bone.
Yeah, it was bone. Those are literally bone claws.
Oh,
like remember the Naruto dude who like could rip off his bones? That's Wolverine. That's what he can do.
That makes it so much more weird.
It's disgusting, right? It's so like in Logan when he was an old man or whatever, you know what I mean? He was struggling to bring him out, so he'd have to like grab one and like really like just like pull it out, and he'd just be in immense pain.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I need to watch that again because my whole life I thought it was just like wood.
No, it's bone.
Oh, that makes it such more way more dark.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Yep.
And I didn't realize like he was in that much pain.
Yeah, he's in pain the whole entire time. Yeah.
Like that's wow. That makes it way crazier. Wow. Yeah. Never thought about that.
Yep.
Also, how old was I when I watched that?
Oh, I believe the first X-Men movie came out in like 2001, I believe. So we were like literally one.
Oh yeah. But
Logan came out like 2014 or something like that. So it's been a while. But
yeah, that would suck. And also you wouldn't, unless you were like defending yourself again, like you wouldn't be able to use that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it would be for nothing.
Yeah.
But if you were Wolverine with all of his other stuff,
oh, you're chilling.
That'd be lit.
Alright, well, it's been a good one. We talked about some serious subjects. We talked about some stupid fun subjects. Talked about stuff we care about. Hopefully it was stuff that like you guys got something out of the video, hopefully. But that's about it, man. It's still Monday, so go grind your day out, man, and just do good, you know, make this the beginning of a good week. So
Yerp. I mean, that's what this podcast is about. You know, having a good Monday and just getting you through the week. And there'll be another one next Monday.
Exactly.
Also, I'm just now starting to smell the candle.
I know, right? Me too.
I wasn't smelling it the whole time.
But you know what that means, right? It means it's Monday.
Yeah.
You're supposed to. I say that, and then you're supposed to finish it up.
But it's all right.
But it's all right.
But we're done.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Hey. We're really grateful for all of you guys watching. Next time when you tune in on Monday, go ahead and watch it. Yeah, go get your popcorn. Go get your candy. Go get anything that you want, and you can get ready. Cause it's Monday. But it's alright.
Okay. That was pretty fun.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Maybe that could be our outro.